Hi, my name is Michael. I'm one of the producers of Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. Today I'm going to walk you through two levels. So the first mission we're showing today takes place in the Philippines. The player plays as Cole Anderson, a Marine sniper who is sent on a covert operation to stop a bioweapon to be dealt by a terrorist organization. Today we're playing on casual difficulty level. Which gives us a lot of simplifiers when aiming through the scope, but also when navigating through the environment. I'm going to point out along the way which ones aren't there for harder difficulty levels. So here we come across our first sniping spot. The first thing, what's important about taking the shot is the stance you're in. So you always want to, if possible, lay down for a more steady rifle. This is what I'm going to do just now. Use my binoculars to monitor the environment, tag the enemies to be able to track their paths. As you can see when looking through the scope, we have a couple of indicators that allow us to simply aim on longer distances. We have the distance indicator, which tells us how much we have to compensate for the bullet drop, wind strength and direction. As we're playing on easy, as you saw, we have simply a red dot that shows you where the bullet's going to hit. On harder difficulty levels, it won't be there, and it will be up to the player to feel how to place the shots depending on the environment. In Sniper Ghost Warrior 2, the player has a level which is simply a shooting range where you can practice your shots, practice different weapons, because depending on the weapon, you can get a different bullet drop or a stronger or smaller influence of the wind on the airborne projectile. So here I'm taking out enemies. So others don't see them going down. I want to keep this stealthy. There's just two guys left, so this guy in the back will be our next target. That's the next shot. And one more to go. Okay, so missed that one. That triggers an alarm. See if we can get him through that canoe. Yeah, so bullets are able to pierce through thinner surfaces. So yeah, if you're able to see an enemy behind one, it's you don't have to wait for him to move out. We improved the AI pretty much for Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 compared to the first Sniper Ghost Warrior. This time around, we added group behaviors. And unit behaviors, meaning the larger the group of the enemies, the more aggressive they will be. They will try to shorten the distance to get the player in range of their assault rifles. They won't be able to attack from very long distances, so they'll use cover, try to shorten the distance, and once we're in the correct distance, in the right distance, then they will attack. Yeah, one guy left. That means he's if one enemy of the group is left, he'll be much more cautious about trying to reach us. Pretty much he'll stay in one position, scared, and try to defend himself rather than attack.
The house are cold. Take out the outpost.
Roger. Sweeping it out.
It didn't happen on this arena, but the enemies, the AI might choose to try to flank the player. They would try to go around and try to get us from behind, just literally where they last saw us. And what's cool about that, if the player notices the enemies coming for him and flanking him, he can change position, hide, let's say, in a bush, let them pass, and attack them from behind. Unfortunately, they decided to stick to cover this time around. While we're playing on casual difficulty, we have all the enemies on the minimap in the lower left corner. On harder difficulties, it would be all about scanning the area before proceeding, using your binoculars to your advantage, and watching that every step not to come across an enemy. Because once you're in a short distance, their assault rifles become pretty deadly. Depending on the difficulty level, the accuracy and the damage that the AI give with their weapons doesn't change. We wanted to keep it the sniper feel of the game on all three difficulty levels. So even on easy, it's not possible to just rush into enemies and go gun blazing on them. We simplify with other things. With the ballistics, like mentioned at the beginning, but also medkit counts, ammo counts, meaning you can find more or less ammo depending on the difficulty level, but also how many waypoints you find along the way. So on harder difficulty levels, you might rather get the next waypoint we might find will be the exit of an arena rather than an exact path, a suggested path. How can you pass the arena undetected, for instance? So. This patch just located the sniper for us. That's why he's tagged with this crosser over his head. It's an icon that doesn't appear on harder difficulty levels. One cool feature for Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 is what we call trigger feel, meaning to place a very accurate shot, you have to be quite gentle on the trigger of the pad, just like a real sniper. So if you're too rough on it, pull it too quickly, the recoil might make you miss, even though the target was right there in the crosshairs. So we'll try to thin out this next camp of enemies. This guy was right around the corner from the rest, so nobody saw that. We're good to proceed. Two guys left. So probably go with the one behind the trees, so the one closer to us won't see that one going down. It's him down. And for the last one, I'm going to try to get his grenade to simply to blow it up. That's a way of taking out enemies, let's say larger groups that stand closer together. The downside of it is that it's obviously quite loud, so I didn't want to do that as the first one from the group, because the enemies that would survive the explosion would automatically get alarmed. So here's the second mission we're showing today. Takes place in Sarajevo in 1993, which is a flashback mission where we get a bit of background of our main character, Cole Anderson. We'll just show you a bit of a different type of gameplay and how the CryEngine handles urban environments. In this moment, we came across. Well, the mission is to gather intel about the mass murders taking place, and it's like an in and out mission, meaning we just here to take the photos and get out. So this is us looking through the camera. Of course, on harder difficulty levels, we wouldn't have the look at icons, which simply show us what we have to take photos of. So it'll be much more up to the player to scan the area and see which are the areas that are worth taking pictures of. These guys are quite brutal.
Jesus! Fucking animals! We should go over there and kill them all! Fuck Wheeler's mission!
We've been friends for a long time, so I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. I need you to get your game face on right now. We can't afford any mistakes.
You said Vladik would be here. What are you trying to pull?
How the fuck do I know where Vladik is? That pig is probably passed out drunk in a pool of his own piss somewhere. How can I know these things?
Vladik is not the mission, Carl. Our objective is to deliver this film.
You've seen what's going on out there. What are we waiting for? We should ice Vladik now and save ourselves a second trip.
This is bigger than one man, Carl. We need to get this film back to the world. NATO won't allow another European genocide.
And how many more innocent people will die before those tea-sipping desk jockeys decide to do something about it?
We don't even know where Vladik is.
I know of a place.
I'm going after Vladik. Alone if I have to.
Fuck.
You get us to Vladik.
So as you've seen, there was a slight change of plan in the mission itself. Now we're going to follow our spotter and the civilian informer, the local, to try to get the man behind the mass murderers.
Let's see how things play out.
This type of environment gives a different feel to how we're going to maneuver around the enemies, and we'll be using more stealth, try to stay undetected. We don't need to engage on every single enemy. Sometimes it will be much better to listen to our companions and not go into fights, as we'll be dealing with shorter distances where it's much smarter to sneak through rather than start shooting at enemies and get them alarmed.
Pain in the ass is what? 5 years military service, and I end up taking out the trash.
I think it was your calling all along. Don't think much of it.
So I can see on the minimap there's a enemy vehicle, and yeah, 6 enemies at this point. So on these short distances, it'll be pretty easy for them to win the battle. So we're going to use stealth. We're going to perform stealth kill on this guy here. Basically, it's a new feature in Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. Allows us, if we're stealthy enough and sneaky enough, we're able to approach an enemy undetected. We can take out any enemy on the map. The icon over his head hinted us what to do with this one. Again, this is the casual difficulty feature. It wouldn't be there for hard difficulty or medium difficulty.
Got the money on you?
I'm a little short on cash. But I did find a gold watch yesterday. Rolex.
I saw you take that piece of shit off that old man in the school. It's probably fake.
You ever see a man fight that hard to hold on to a fake watch?
Good point.
Well, with me an hour with his old On wife, me! I let him Faster! keep it. Said he was rich because of real.
What did you do?
Fortune favors
Had
us.
some fun with the wife. Then I took his watch and shot him.
Take the shot, Cole.
Okay, we need to take this guy out, who didn't escape from the explosion, not to get compromised. To see if we can get a moving target. That's him gone. So as you can see, these missions are a bit more directed, not as opened, and that was done for a purpose. We really wanted to keep the tension on the player and be able to set up these sniper moments. So we're going to.
Patrolling sentry. I'll take out the other
We'll have to work with our spotter on this one. We'll take the guy that's further on, and the spotter using his assault rifle is going to take the guy closer to us, the enemy closer to us. So that's him.
Good kill. Follow me.
Another one. So we're moving quite fast from cover to cover, sprinting. It's not always safe to do because the more you sprint, the more the higher that your heart rate goes, and if it's high enough, you won't be able to keep your scope steady. So it's always smart to try to keep it nice and low. Use cover to change position rather than sprint, and yeah, be vulnerable to attack of enemies. So night vision goggles for this dark basement. Do a stealth kill on this guy here.
Things are getting too accurate. How do you even function here?
My cousin live in New York. Every day he lose 5 hours stuck in traffic jam. How do you function? It is just another type of jungle. Adapt or die. Look, there!
What shit's going down this time?
Hey, get out of here, mongrels!
We haven't done anything. Please. Be quiet and don't engage.
Faster!
Please, God! Look at them bastards.
I know these men. I take care of it, no problem. You wait here.
No, Marinov.
Friends, hello. It's me.
Marinov.
Who's this asshole?
I remember you. You sold me 10 bogus watches. Said they were Swiss. Turned out to be Chinese crap. What a nice coincidence. Now you'll give me my money back. With interest. Or you're dead.
Take him out. We need that
Okay, so we need to
jackass
take him out real
alive.
quick now. Yeah, that will get us compromised, but we need the informant with us. We will have to guide us through the city. So what happens now around the minimap? You see this indicator that shows that we've been spotted. Basically, the stealthy I am, the lower I keep to the ground, and then the slower I move, keep to vegetations and shadows. This indicator fills up slower. So right now it shows an enemy is seeing us on 12 o'clock, quite in front of us. It's blinking because telling us that the enemies around are alarmed, and now they just saw it. So when blinking, they know there's something going on. Their senses are sharper. They're able to spot us faster. But only when the arrow around the circle shows up, that means we're actually being seen. It fills up quite fast now, simply because it's an obvious battle, and they know there's an enemy around, so they're looking out for us, and they expect to find us. All the ground soldiers are out of the way, but the spotter tagged this enemy sniper for me. Try to get a nice, clean shot without getting seen first. Make it through here. That should do it. Coast seems clear.
No more stunts, asshole. You understand? We didn't come out here to rescue your sorry ass.
I had everything under control until you were spotted.
Hey, that's enough. How much farther to Vladik?
Not far. Come. We avoid snipers and go through the parking garage.
So as you probably noticed, we're using a different weapon than in the previous mission. There are 6 different rifles in our game. Each has a bit different characteristics in terms of the bullet drop, caliber, firepower, and how the bullet fired are dependent on the wind, strength, and direction. So each weapon the player finds across the game, he'll have to take a second on the shooting range to figure out and adopt his settings to the new ballistics. So we're entering an area here where we have multiple enemies, and they're all around a quite small area. So I don't want to engage, and that's for sure, because that will be a short battle. So I'm going to use stealth, try to outsmart them by destroying the fuse box and then turning off the lights. which will allow me and the rest of the team to escape from this underground basement.
So, what's the situation?
So as you can see, the indicator, the visibility indicator around the minimap fills up much slower. The enemies are relaxed, unaware of our presence, so they don't expect to see an enemy here. That's why it fills up slower. So basically, if they're alarmed, it fills up much faster. They'll see us much quicker, and if we keep it nice and stealthy, it will fill up much slower and giving us more time to move back to cover and avoid being compromised.
Which is where?
There's a little enough. If you can there enough times, then lose the will to fight.
How can you tell the civilians from the fighters?
Good question. Some of the women are more dangerous than the men. I got this scar from a girl. She could not have been more than 15. The bitch tried to cut my throat with a pair of scissors.
Is that why they call you the ladies' man?
Go ahead and laugh. Just remember to keep your pistol handy when you drop your pants. These Bosnian girls will scratch your eyes.
Done. That's all I asked.
Good work, Roscoe
So
Mike.
as we're playing on casual mode, we have more waypoints for the player. So for instance, in this situation, if we were playing this mission on hard, we wouldn't get that waypoint that directed us to go under the truck. We would probably get only the waypoint at the exit of the garage, the basement, allowing the player to figure out the path for himself. We're suggesting the easiest path, but if the player finds another one, he's okay to use it. It is possible to use a different route than the one suggested on casual mode, casual difficulty level. So using night vision to our advantage, the enemies here have limited senses because of the darkness when we turn off the lights. So I can feel a bit more safe. They know there is something going on. The indicator around the minimap flashes, but we should be safe if we don't literally like bump into them.
Use your knife.
And again, I can use my silenced pistol for this guy. I'm going to perform another stealth kill. Okay. The spotter takes out the other guy at the other end of across the room, and we're okay to escape. Okay, they saw us, so we better keep running. Yeah. The city is being bombed by mortars, so this time it done good for us. The next step is to pass this park.
As expected. Sniper on that ruined building at the end. This call's gonna be long distance.
We will have to locate and take out snipers along the way. Snipers are quite deadly. Enemies. They're obviously very accurate on long distances. They have good sight, meaning they can spot us easier compared to the foot soldiers that use assault rifles. But we're here with our spotter, so he's pointing them out. Again, on because it's casual difficulty level, we get the icons over the spotters. On hard, it'll be only the voiceover we would get for this from Maddox, the spotter, and it'll be up to the player to actually locate the enemy. It wouldn't be so in your face, let's say.
Keep us covered. Easy does it. Shit! Up high, front of our position. Nail him. We're too exposed. Other side of the square! Fire! Fire!
Take your positions. Don't let them pass.
Ищите вспышку!
All down. Come on.
So the spotter will help us out during fights, but he, like most of the enemies, is using assault rifles. So most of the time it'll be up to us to use the advantage of our range of a sniper rifle, and yeah, we'll be doing most of the hard work. So this was a 2-level walkthrough of Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 by CI Games. The game is coming out on Xbox 360, PS3 and the PC, Q1 2013. Thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.